Blessed day, lovers. We have another This Is What You Want meals by Love and Spice United Kitchen. All right, let's cook. These are your ingredients that you're going to start with. Make sure that you prep all of your ingredients before you start cooking. We're going to start with this chuck roast. I love using chuck roast because it gives that fat marble consistency to it. It tenderizes very well in your soup. We're going to slice it and then dice it in cubes. We're not going to use this whole thing because it's still hearty without a lot of beef in your soup. We're going to go ahead and season it with olive oil, pink salt, garlic powder, black pepper, onion pepper, and thyme. We're going to give it a mix and put it to the side. Now we're going to go ahead and peel our potatoes. I'm peeling them because I've been peeling potatoes since I was 7 years old. But if it's easier for you, you can go ahead and pull out that potato peeler and get it done that way. We're going to have to slice it 3 times and then dice it 3 times. We're going to go ahead and slice our celery. These are 4 celery stalks. We're going to go ahead and dice our carrots. I sliced 4 whole carrots and then diced it in small pieces. I like using whole carrots because it gives more flavor, but you could use any type of carrot that you're comfortable with using, as long as it's diced like this. Then we're going to go ahead and cut up our bell pepper. Cut up 1 whole bell pepper. We're going to slice it and then dice it in medium slices. Everything we do right now as far as cutting the vegetables up, you want to make your vegetables, dice them chunky. Because they are going to tenderize, but you do want to recognize it in your soup. So not too small. We're going to go ahead and dice our onion up. We're going to slice it down first and then dice it in medium chunks. Go ahead and get your pot warm and put some olive oil down. We're going to go ahead and fry our beef chunks. We're going to add garlic, minced garlic. I make my own homemade minced garlic, but you can also use the minced garlic you find in the store. We're going to brown this beef chunks. Don't stir it too much because you want to get a good browning on the beef chunks. We're going to put water in here. At this time, I usually put beef broth in here, but I was being lazy. So you could go ahead and put your water and then put your beef bouillon in at this time, along with your diced tomatoes and your tomato paste. We're going to let this boil until it creates the good broth, and we're going to also let it boil until the beef chunks tenderize. Your tomato paste is what's going to change the color of the broth. You're going to see when I stir it, it already is changing a different color. But once you let this boil for a while, bring it to a boil and let your beef chunks marinate, you're going to see right here. Look at that broth color. It almost reminds you of a brie. We're going to go ahead and add our vegetables, your potatoes, your onions, and your carrots. This is going to cool that broth down. Don't worry about it because we're going to bring it to a boil again. Go ahead and add your onions and your celery and your bell peppers. And we're going to cover it and bring it back to a boil. Then we're going to go ahead and add our frozen green beans and our frozen corn. Guys, at this point, this is a pot full of flavor. The frozen green beans and corn kind of cooled it off, but it's going to come back to a boil. At this time, you want to add your seasonings. The reason you want to add it when it's cool is so that all that boiling heat won't send all of your seasonings up in the air. But you're going to add your salt, your black pepper, your crushed red pepper, your thyme, your onion powder, your garlic powder. Mouthful of love. Stir it up. Put the lid on. Bring it to a boil again. Stir it. At this time, it's getting thicker. You can see the consistency change. And then we're going to add our macaroni. Once we add our macaroni, we're going to go ahead and turn off our pot and take it off the eye. You don't want to overcook that macaroni because it's going to swell up. It's going to take most of your broth. So you want to go ahead and cut it off once you put it in there. And there you go. Beef stew.